Well, welcome to another Mish-Mash video. I'm going to start this one out by telling you I've been getting some emails and some private messages and some comments in our video comment section that I have taken on maybe too many projects. Now, don't get me wrong, they all mean well. They think, John, you're kind of overdoing it here. You know, you need to slow down a little bit. Don't take so many. Well, I'll tell you what, that's actually a misconception, guys. It really is. Let me get you inside of my mind for a few minutes. Poor things, I feel bad for you, but let you get inside of my mind and you'll understand why I really don't have too many projects. We'll start with our little pinball machine. What have I done with the pinball machine so far? Nothing. Zero. I did open it up and do a video and showed you what it looks like inside for those of you who are, the curious guys that wanted to see it. Me also, I wanted to see the whole thing. I really hadn't opened this one up. But I've done absolutely nothing. So therefore, it does not qualify as a project. It's just sitting there waiting its turn. Now, the jukebox, I blew the tubes out of it for those of you who follow my videos. And I've ordered 4 tubes, and our good buddy Scott Johnston, our good subscriber, he jumped up and said, John, I got a bunch of 12AX7s that never been tested. You can have them. Tell me how many you need. I said, well, I don't know. I said, why don't you just send me all the ones you have? I'll run them across my laboratory tube tester, my triplet. I'll take a few that I need, and I'll send you the ones back that are good. And that way you'll know that you said they were untested. You'll have some, you'll know that your tubes are good. So he's already sent them out, and they're on the way. And many others, believe it or not, also offered me 12AX7 tubes, and I greatly appreciate it, guys. I really, really do. That was a very magnanimous gesture on you. I didn't expect that. I figured maybe one guy like Scott would jump up and say, I got a few extras. But I got a lot of offers about that. Thank you very much. Thank you. The way I saw this really was, this was a dumb, stupid move on my part. I deserved to have to go out and pay money rather than put a burden on someone else to supply me with tubes. I didn't want to go with hat in hand, because 12AX7s are, they're not easy to come by as far as price goes. However, Scott and I have been kind of going back and forth, trading off buying this for each other for quite a while now. So I didn't mind accepting them from him, but the rest of y'all, some of the subscribers, first time or second time, I even heard you chiming in, and I really was touched by that. I really was. Thank you very much. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to come begging. The ones that Scott sends, he said they were untested. They may none of them be any good, so you may hear from me about that. But this is our only real project, because this is the one we've been working on. The pinball machine is just sitting there taking up space, and I need to get it out of my shop. Actually, I don't have much room. It'll get its turn. Now, what about the Thunderbird? All right, does the Thunderbird also qualify as a project? Well, I don't know. Let's take a look at it. The only thing I've done is I've got that tire up to where it wouldn't leak any more air. I pretty much fixed it. That doesn't mean it's a long-term fix, but it's been several days and it's sitting there okay. It's not on the concrete anymore. And I took the power washer and I washed out some mud wasp nests up under the wheel well there. And then I gave the car a washing, and I took some spray cleaner and got rid of some crap in the trunk. That's all I've done. I mean, it's been sitting there now. Now my grandson is cleaning the interior. So is that a project? I don't think so. I just cleaned it up a little, that's all. And the reason I'm washing it, trying to get all those mud wasp nests out of there and getting it cleaned up with water and all, is because I can't do it in the garage. The water would get around the baseboards of my shop. It would ruin everything. I'd have water all over the inside of the garage. Can't do it. And I have to get this car out of here because wifey wants to park her van in the carport. She does not want my beautiful classic 66 T-Bird there. So that's how my mind is thinking. This is not a project yet. I'm just kind of cleaning it up so I can get it in the garage. The pinball machine is not a project. I haven't done a thing to it. So that puts us back to the jukebox. And as soon as the tubes come in, we're going to be, humping and bumping on that again. So what have we got? I'll tell you what we got. You ready, guys? We have one project, the jukebox. That's it. That takes priority over everything. And I'm of course going to, inspect what I actually have here in the car, and I'm going to take a look again at the contacts inside the pinball machine just to see what I have. But as far as actual movement on a quote project, not going to happen. Okay, so I want everyone to take it easy. I want everyone to relax. I don't feel like I'm under any stress whatsoever. I'm never under stress because I can stop and start whenever I want. In case I haven't told you, I'm retired now, okay? Plus, I have got my garden in pretty much. I can't put the tomatoes and cucumbers and bell peppers and things in yet. I'll be doing that on Monday. Today is, what is today? Wednesday. I have to wait until the first frost, period is over, and it won't be over until after the first week in April. So today's the 4th. Yeah, today's the 4th of April. So Monday I'll go down to Walmart, or not Walmart, I'll go down to a local nursery here. I don't like going to Walmart and buying their stuff. It's I don't know where that stuff comes from, but one year I bought a bunch of tomatoes from them, and they were just completely eaten up with some kind of a fungus. So I just don't buy Walmart. I go to a local nursery and buy my stuff now. I know it's disease-free. And it looks like the little girls down the road, their family that I had set up these 2 boxes for, their family has started their own garden. So I guess they'll be growing their stuff there, which frees up these 2 boxes. I've already got onions, scallions, and radishes planted in that one over there. There's nothing here. I'll figure out something for that. So that's what's been going on here. And of course our potatoes are already planted. I can't wait to get the tomato plants and stuff in. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I want everybody to kind of relax who think that I'm overstressed and overloaded with projects. It just doesn't happen. I will never get that way, for one thing. Because I can stop, go in the house, put a movie in my Blu-ray player and watch a movie, which I plan to do tonight. It's going to be The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi. So I went down to Walmart today, and while I was there, I was checking their little red box. And for $2 I get to watch the latest Star Wars movie. Okay? So take it easy, guys. The world's great. Everything's fine. Life is wonderful. And let me see if there's anything else I can cover. Oh, yeah. There is something else to cover. I have received a couple of packages from one of our good subscribers. I'm a junk collector. Totally unexpected, but still expected. He mentioned something to me a while back, and it just went in and out of my mind, and then he never mentioned it again. So all of a sudden, this one here arrived first. And then a few days later, this one arrived. Now this one's a light little box. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. This one here pretty heavy. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what I'm a Junk Collector has sent. Well, so far I have a box of plastic bags, much like Walmart bags, only gray. By the way, guys, speaking of Walmart bags, next time you want to do an investment on stocks or something, invest in the company that makes those bags. All right, let's see what we got. Are you sure you sent this to the right guy, Don? Oh my goodness. Looney Tunes, Tasmanian Devil, Mr. Potato Head. Well, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why. Are you sure you weren't going to send this to Buzz? Well, that's pretty neat there. Gosh, it's still in the original package. I don't even know if I should take it out. I wonder how old that thing is. It says Looney Tunes for ages 2 and up. Well, that'll suit me. Well, that's pretty slick there. Tasmanian Devil. That is definitely a Buzz item there if I ever saw one. I remember when the first Mr. Potato Head came out. And the first Mr. Potato Head was made out of styrofoam. It was painted brown. They had it shaped like a potato with a couple of spots in it and everything. It looked like an actual potato, only made out of styrofoam. And all the little plastic pieces had little like spears on the back of them, and you pushed them into the styrofoam, you know, wherever you wanted the eyes and the nose. The problem was, after a while, the styrofoam fell apart, and all you had left was the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the ears and all that sort of thing. Just a little historical lesson for you folks that weren't around at that time. Now this second box says free matter for the blind or handicapped sound recordings. And he wrote on there free matter for the blind. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of this. Must be some program somewhere, possibly up north. I've never heard of it down here. It's a good idea though. Well, check this out. Do we have 45 RPM records or do we have more 45 RPM records? Don, you were only supposed to, send me a couple. I didn't expect the entire store to head this way. Holy mackerel, look at that. All kinds of stuff here. Just keep digging. Holy crow. He said he was going to go through the records that he had up in the attic or someplace, and he was going to send me a couple, go through them, send me a few. I think he sent me the entire attic full. Look at that pile. Oh man, I'll never get around to playing all these. Perry Como. Young guys don't know who Perry Como is. The Beer Barrel Polka. Now there's one that I have got to play. Let's see what else I got here. When Day is Done. Another Perry Como. When Day is Done. I'm going to go through these and pick out some songs that I absolutely remember. Then there's another box down below it. Oh my goodness. Even more records. Look at this. Don, did you leave any for yourself? For crying out loud. Holy crow. Oh man. Look at this. Don, I think you better check yourself into a counseling center. You're going to need it. Holy mackerel. What is this one? Betty Hutton. Holy crow. How many people remember Betty Hutton? Not too many, I'll bet. Okay. That, my friends, is a lot of records. I've got to go through all that. Oh man, there must be 50, 60 records there. Holy crow. Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciate that. And I have a 45 record player over there that once in a while I'll throw some 45s on and play, and the wife will actually fall asleep on the sofa, and I like listening to them also. Just I have a the record thing, I can stack them up, just let them play one after another, and then set another stack on. It just reminds you so much of the old days. It's the way we used to do it. It used to be a lot of fun. You get a couple of 45s in there with a couple of scratches. So what? It didn't matter back then. Guess what? It doesn't matter today. Now for our jukebox, I would like to have scratch-free records, not because the scratches bother me, but because those needles are expensive. The needle itself is like over $100. One guy wants $150 for a set. The stylus runs over $200 with the needles. So, but your normal everyday run-of-the-mill record player like I have over there, if there's a couple scratches and it messes up the needle, so what? You spend a few bucks, buy new, and you're back in business. Well, thank you, Don. You're a fine feller. I know you've been wondering whether or not I got these. I said I'm going to wait until I do my Mish-Mash video, and then I'll show everybody at once. Thank you, and thanks to Edie, and I really appreciate it. I know she puts up with a lot of stuff from you. My wife never puts up with anything from me. She just, isn't that right, baby?
Nope, never.
Never.
Just stay out of your...
You stay out of my way? You stay out of my way? Okay, yeah, right. That'll be the day. Anyway, again, I appreciate everybody who was concerned about me having too many projects to work on, when in fact all I really have is one. I'm not going to kill myself on that. I know what my limitations are. Every man and every woman should know what their limitations are. And again, for those of you who offered the tubes, thank you. You may still wind up hearing from me, okay? And now Don, I appreciate that. Until next time, this is John.